Don't worry, chill out. Sounds familiar? My testimonial today is about being a worrywart. Before, and the blessed assurance I have today as I fix my eyes in Jesus, always reminding myself of who He is and what He can do as the sovereign God, superior than any other. Before I became a mom, I worried some. After I had children, I admit I worried a lot. Weird and irrational fears would play through my mind, causing me to worry. I become a worrywart who constantly thinks about unfortunate things that might happen. It started when I got pregnant with Anika. What if she comes out abnormal? What if she dies in the womb because of cord prolapse, meaning her umbilical cord is wrapped around her neck, cutting the life-giving blood supply coming from my placenta? The first night back from my maternity leave was bad. I kept calling my husband through all the night of how they are doing. I remember my husband telling me, "They are fine, so get back to work. Now you woke us up." So, Anika, of course, was born normal, and I worried again. What if I do some crazy things, like forget her in the car? What if when I'm at work, and there will be fire in the apartment, and alarm goes off, and my husband didn't hear it, because sometimes she sleeps like a log. And the worst one was, things are so good, I wonder what is about to happen. So I was that nuts before. Anyway, I remember telling a coworker about all of these fears and worries. And does it happen to her too as an OB maternity nurse? And I remember what he said. If only you have enough faith, you would not be worrying like that, Marianne. Instead, you could do this and do that, replacing all the worries and fears that you have. So, does that mean I have to buy another pound of faith? Add it to the one I have so I can stop worrying? Faith is not anything in itself, but from its object. Jesus said in Matthew 17:20b, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Therefore, it is not the quantity of faith that is important. It is the quality, where your faith is anchored to. What or who is the object of your faith? Who do you believe in? What do I believe in? And what kind of person is he? Looking back, I remember during those times of fear and worry, I would think and reason to myself, Marianne, you're just being silly and not being sensible. I even got hold of one of the help books on worrying, but to no avail. That was when I was reminded and came to realize that I cannot win this battle on my own. I need God to free me from worry's grip. Matthew 6:31-34 says, you can read all about it, that we don't need to worry, but seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. I need to focus on God instead of my fear. When we seek Him first, filling our minds with His truth and promises, we will be able to trust Him better with all that hold us captive. Today, as I grow in grace and knowledge, my confidence and assurance are grounded in His promises. The promises of God and His faithfulness to fulfill them through Jesus Christ, who died for our sins, not in my effort or performance or any self-help books in the market. He is the great high priest to whom we must draw near for help in times of worry and need, because He truly cares for us. Mind you, I still worry, especially the safety of my children and our future and what's happening in the country. But I constantly remind myself of God's promises written in the Bible. You and I can claim these promises. As Pastor Burmy said in his previous sermons, God is more committed to us than we are to Him. More so, He wants us to persevere in exercising our faith with all diligence to the very end, so that what we hope for may be fully realized. And that's in Hebrews 6:11. And what is needed for realizing the full assurance of hope in us? You fix your eyes in Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. And that's in Hebrews 12:2, the New King James Version. Today, brothers and sisters, we move on to Hebrews chapter 6. Pastor Mike will continue to where Pastor Burmy left off last Sunday. According to one Bible commentary I read, Hebrews is the most Christ-centered book in the New Testament because it focuses on Jesus Christ, the object of our faith. It emphasizes on His character and qualities. If we know and see Him as He is, we cannot help but be strong in faith, a saving faith that will help us to be obedient and endure joyfully to the end.